Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Facebook. Hey, Instagram. Hey, YouTube. Hi, Charlie, if you're watching on YouTube. Hey, honey, it's Val. It's Val Cripps. And you are here for another edition, another session of Valtopia TV, honey. Welcome. You don't want to miss today? You don't ever want to miss any of the show. You don't want to miss today. If you are in a loop, you want to watch today. Today's for you if you have a business, you're a heart-centered, highly sensitive leader, entrepreneur, oracle healer, you have a successful business, and you're finding yourself in this sort of loop where you're wanting to get to a next level, and you've done a lot of work, and the reason you're in a loop is what I'm going to talk to you about today. If you had a rough childhood, or you know that you've been carrying some stories with you and they've been hard to get rid of, maybe some inner hidden beliefs, this is for you today. Because there are so many different ways that we can find ourselves working really hard and not achieving our goals or not coming into what we desire. And who wants to feel that right now, especially anytime? So share this if you want to share the message, and I'm going to share to my page and we'll get started. I'm really getting clear on who I'm working with and how my work works. And for the right person, it's phenomenal what kind of shift we can have. And so say hello if you're here. And let me share this to my page. And if you've been looking for me, I've been doing the inner work. How about you? Say hello if you're here. Ooh, that hair. Who's missing their hairdresser? All right, so here it comes. Let me share it to my page. Please do share if you feel like, whoa, this is what I need to know. This is what people need to know. This is what my clients need to know. I have clients who make big goals and then they have these kind of loops that happen, and this is exactly what Val's talking about. I want them to know. Share it. Okay. Almost done sharing. One more place, and then we can get started. And you know, there's a new moon tomorrow. So there's a really good chance you may have been feeling things in the last few days that have, like, you might think, wow, I thought I already worked through that, or why is that coming up? This is such a perfect time for you to look at what is actually coming up for you and understand how these patterns are playing out for you and how you can look at these patterns and really help yourself moving forward. All right, good. I shared to my timeline. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Say hello. Say hello. And it is a new moon tomorrow. So I'm going to talk about this pretty briefly, and then we're going to do a new moon reading for the collective. Okay? So tell me if you're here. Tell me if this resonates for you. This is what I want to talk about really, really powerfully. Okay? I've been working with people who are very powerful and ambitious. I like to call them ballers because I'm an ambitious person who sets big goals. I have a lot of big energy, and I like to work with people who have big energy too. And a lot of times the people I work with have come into their success at the cost of some of their personal freedom. And they learned that a long time ago. And by the time you come to me, you've done a lot of work to come into your power and your sense of power. And here's the thing. Most of my clients come to me and they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of really great stuff. They're doing a lot of videos. They're doing a lot of outreach. They're busy, but the work that they're doing isn't aligned to who they're becoming. And this comes from that a lot of my clients have as an experience in their childhood where their natural, authentic being was limited by a parent or a traumatic experience. And even though we've done a lot of work and evolved way past it, and in fact, most of my clients help others overcome trauma and fear and things like that. These places inside of them are locked, almost frozen in time. And it's not like you know it. And my gift is to come in and uproot what is frozen and hidden and bring it into a state of power. Those places within you that get locked in childhood or even in the genetic code that you're bringing in before you were born will override your natural and authentic desires. And what's happening to my clients is they are locked into certain patterns of behavior, not locked into, they've been repeating certain patterns of behavior over and over so many times that the mind refuses to believe anything beyond that story. And so they may be throwing a lot. You may be putting money towards this thing that you want to shift. You may have come a long way. You may have even discovered powerful solutions. And now, hey Maria, now you're finding yourself in a place where you have achieved a lot of success. But hey, lovely. But there's this feeling of, for my clients that I'm coming into, it's not a feeling of loop or stuck or I can't or this or that. It's like you're birthing. It's like my painting. Let me bring my painting over so I can show you. You feel like this. She's birthing, right? You feel that sense of growth inside of you, and you're ready to share your gift. You're ready to connect. Hey, Romina. And here's what's happening. I'm going to get to it really quick. Most of my clients are so amazingly gifted, psychic, empathic. They're able to share so much. But because of the way that you came into your life up until now, there's literally parts of you that are blind. They're blind. And they're blind because they're unplugged from you, and they're plugged into whatever that situation locked in time froze you at. And somewhere inside of you, you have allegiance to that moment. And that's what makes you feel safe. And when I come in and we look at your life, you have to face things that maybe you just wouldn't go to. So this is situations like where maybe you have something in your business. Maybe you have some relationships in your business that have been going a long time and they are not aligned with the new business that you're doing, but you won't let them go. And you're not getting the results for those clients and it's dragging you down, but you won't make the change. Or maybe this is something like you have intuitive gifts and you won't use them because you think you need to do something first to be able to bring it through. Or it might look like you not wanting to look at your financial situation because it's too scary. And so you're building and scaling chaos. And you're not actually like stopping to look at the foundation of what you have and who you are now. And you know, there is no shame in your game at all. Because a lot of my most successful, incredibly powerful clients carry a lot of the most shame and guilt because they care so much and they have so much to give. And what we need to do is unpack that shame and guilt, which you may not look, you may be a total all my clients are total badasses and very successful. You wouldn't look at them and think that they're having this insecurity or this chaos inside. And that's not what you're experiencing. You're not experiencing chaos by any means. In fact, if anything, it looks like you got all your shit together. And what's happening is you're very powerful, you're very strong, but there's certain areas where that allegiance to what was without you knowing it is keeping you from experiencing the joy and the electricity and the lit version of who you are. And so, the work that my gift is to work with highly aware, highly sensitive, extremely gifted, overthinking, maybe a little bit over analytical people who want to lean into their creativity, who want to connect both sides of your brain through a different approach to what you've been doing. And so your business systems will unfold from these decisions that you make. So many times people think, well, I need to get $10,000. What do I need to do? And for those of you that are watching this and resonating with that feeling of tightness, maybe a tightness in your throat, maybe a tightness in your chest, that big desire to grow beyond where you are and you're not quite sure how to channel all this energy coming through you. Maybe when you do the healing sessions, you feel tired afterwards. You don't need to feel tired. There's a few adjustments we can make to how you're channeling the energy to where it's instant and easy and it happens fast. And these are the kind of shifts that we make. But you might think, okay, well, I need to do this to get this next $10,000 in my business. And that's what's happened with most of you that are coming to me. You're doing a lot of stuff and it's not working. And it's not working because the strategy you're using isn't tuned into who you are now. You haven't caught up with yourself. And there are parts of your business that you're in your life where you're literally blocking it out. And until we take a look at what's going on with your energy, with your boundaries, with who you are, And this doesn't have to take a long time. And this is where people really need to hear this message. You want to save time and make more money. And that's what the work that I do helps you to do. How does that happen? How can I invest this money and make more money and squash time? When you are overthinking and running strategy from a place, from a foundation that is built on those trauma wounds and on those places and parts of you that are hidden, you don't have that power available to you. And you're scaling based on the past. And you're bringing the past forward with you. You are. And when you do this work to really look at where, how do you feel? How do you really feel? And things that you won't look at in your life and business that you think, now they're coming in your face and you feel like, I got to look at this. You will be amazed at how much power lies within you when you do this work to face the facts and feel what's inside of you and understand what that feeling means for you and why in the past maybe things haven't worked, but they will now because you're doing this work. If you continue to go forward without examining, you will continue to repeat the loop in some form or another. And when you take this opportunity to invest in the foundation of who you are in every cell in your body and being, like the decision to shift is what makes the money. It's not doing a bunch of stuff. It's the decision that you will change no matter what, and you know that this work is for you, and that unlocking these wounds and energy inside of you is the power to finding your own decision making, to learning that the power of instant cash infusions and your next clients come from you and from being a certain way, not from doing something. How does all this resonate for you guys? Who's here and say hello? Hi, Jen. Is Maria still here? Who's here? Because I'm going to do a new moon reading. Okay? Am I missing any comments here? I don't think so. Say hello. Let me know who's here and how it resonates. All right. So this looks like looking at what you've got and really realizing where you might feel a little anxious or a little depressed kind of feeling, like that when you feel that powerless or that fog, that's not you. That is not you. If you feel like you're in a sort of a loop or you've got some heaviness over you or you really can't plug in, that's not you. Hi Ellen, that is the fog. That is the fear, that is the obligation, that is the guilt. And you've got to navigate for yourself, what are you going to plug into and what do you want? And when you decide what you want, and what you want isn't like, I just want this because I want it. It's like, I work with powerful, purpose-driven leaders. So what you want is usually what is needed. What you want is usually the solution for your clients. I work with clients who wake up and breathe and live and breathe the creation from your being because you can't help it. That's who you are. You're natural healers, you're natural oracles. You have messages coming through you, whether it's cards, artwork, sound, song, business solutions. And these solutions are here to change the way we live our lives. And this pandemic situation, you were already building up to it and bringing solutions to shift your life into a sustainable, holistic way of being. And now this work that I'm offering you over the next 3 weeks, the 3-week glow up, is about you really going in and finding anywhere you're not in allegiance to your dreams and desires, and anywhere you're still plugged into places that don't allow you to fully express and be and bring through the passion and purpose that you are. So if you're watching this and you have a great passion and purpose, you're a multi-talented, highly energized person, and you would like to spend the next 3 weeks looking deeply at where there are hidden places of potential power within you that are just sitting there. And it's not that the kind of power that I unlock within you, it's not that it's just dormant. This shit's fucking with your vibe, guys. The kind of stuff that I unearth with you and that we clear, the reason I have such spectacular results with my clients is firstly because we're aligned and meant to work together. And you're meant to work together with me when you're highly sensitive and aware. You have a big passion and purpose. You're ready to bring it. And some of your past energy or ideas and beliefs are still not quite aligned to who you want to be. And you're ready to embody the full totality of who you are and be in integrity. And when you come into that integrity, your decisions create money. When you're not in that integrity, you can feel it. You feel that disconnect between your desires and what you're actually doing and being. You may be doing a bunch of stuff, which most of my clients are busy doing a bunch of things, but they're not being that integrated version of themselves. The version who says what they mean and mean what they say. You know, there's no shame in any of this, guys. We all have split personalities. Hey, Robin. We all have split personalities, and especially those of you that are highly sensitive and aware and are coming into your gifts. Those were shut off. You weren't allowed to do that. And that's actually a big part of who you are. So the work that we're doing is about bringing back into awareness what got shoved down or quieted down or stuffed down. No guilt or shame. We deal with all that guilt and shame. And bringing it up into alignment with what is now, that maybe not all of this is fully aligned with who you really are. And bringing into cohesion your body and being, so that when you do make decisions, you do make money, and you do meet your clients, and you do move forward in your life, and you don't stay stuck in false hopes and disillusioned repeated patterns where you let yourself down. The mind will recreate what it knows. And if you've been looped in a story where you've been letting yourself down, you've got to do something to invest in yourself to shift that story, or you will just keep proving yourself right. You feel me on this? All right, let's do a new moon pull. Let's do a new moon pull. And if this is you and you're like, oh shit, I want to be in May, ready for July, booked in clients, my energy is shifted, my mind is made up, my focus is determined, then I want you to go right now to valtopia.com and fill out the application, or private message me right now for the application, and we can get started today. I mean, we won't begin work today, but we'll start filling out the contract. Hi, Diane. And by next week, the frequencies run as soon as we swipe the credit card. The frequencies are energies that come through to find out where those pockets of potential, those painful past wounds, beliefs, belief systems, energy, stuck energy, it all starts to open up within the first minutes of swiping the card. And you start to have a reaction. Hey, Kimberly. And we go through and we look at what that is. And then within a week, we have the 90-minute activation. The 90-minute activation is where we really see the patterns that are keeping you stuck. For some clients, it's like a deep belief that everybody's out to get you. Another client had a belief that there was always a competition and nothing was ever good enough. We all have these deeply rooted beliefs that we may have done 15, 20 years of work on. And you come to me and we actually really, really take a look at the pattern like you've never looked at it before, and find the power within yourself that you've been giving away, and you're still giving away, no matter how much of a badass you are. Thank you, Diane. And we bring your power back in. And you know what happens when you bring your power back in? You give that back to them. You know, the ultimate shift we all need to make right now in this cosmic weather is forgiveness for ourselves and others. Because we're one. We're one. And not one in the Borg way where we're all freaked out and scary, but one where we're all love, and all of my energy is sustenance and abundant, and yours is too. And we reflect that back to each other, this overflow of divine strength and blessing. And that is the energy that you get to be and radiate and glow up with and encourage and ignite in others when you do this work for yourself. So with that in mind, let's tune into this new moon energy. Let's do a little tone to clear up this little bit of bubble. Are you ready? All right. I love this. I love this so much. Get creative. Now, if you're watching this and you're in a situation where you need to make some, shift in your life, and you've been in a loop, and whether it's about food, romance, your business, money, relationships, whatever it is, and you feel a loop, you need to get creative. Now, what that means is not just the thing you do to get creative, right? It's not just like, I need to come up with a solution. what are you going to do before you get into your state of creativity? How are you getting into a state of creativity, and why do you get into a state of creativity? We get into a state of creativity because it brings us into integrity. That's why my work works so well. It's super creative, and it helps you tap into your creativity. And when we're tapped into our creativity, our brain, both sides of our brain connect, and we come into integrity, as in everybody's on board. Because when everybody's not on board, our decisions are half. And we don't get what we want. Nobody gets what they want. Our clients don't get what they need. We don't get what we need. We're half-assing it. So if you don't want to half-ass it, you need to get creative. So you can meditate, you can fitness, you can ground, you can chant, you can sing, you can color, you can paint, you can shake your body, you can, there's all kinds of things you can do to shift the energy in your own body and being to get into a state of creativity and to then let yourself come into integrity so that your decisions make money, right? Let's see what else we got. Yiwa yima wo yini wa wa yiwa awa yima wo yiwa awa wa wo yima wo awa yiwa. Oh, that feels so good. I haven't been doing that. Soul writing. Listen, if you're not writing in a journal or recording to yourself or speaking to someone, if you don't have a mentor guiding you, listen, when you keep everything in your head, it becomes a shit show. You want it to become a shift show. And the shift show is about facing what's there inside of you and looking at it from a place of compassion and curiosity and moving forward. The reason we stay in loops is because we don't look at what's going on and we're afraid to do it, or we don't have time, or we distract ourselves. And you can spend years in these loops. We don't want to do that. So get into your soul writing and share to yourself more than anything the truth of where you are and your desires. If you don't know what you want, how can you ask for it? And how can you be it? So you need to know and state and claim your desires. You've got to have boundaries about yourself. And I like to think of boundaries as you filling out your edges, not putting up barriers. No, there's no need for barriers when you fill out your space. You walk in the room, everybody says, well, hello, there's this presence. That's you, that's each of you. Now, how I fill out my presence is going to be different than you, and thank goodness, because if we all did the same damn thing, guess what's going to happen? I am a robot. That's not what we're here for, right? So be yourself, fill out your space with compassion and kindness and love, and have that reflected back to you. Thank you, Robin. All right, so let's see what's going on here. And for those of you that love to connect with me and hear about my personal stuff, I've been taking all my sort of personal sharing and stuff like that into my free group, Valtopia. Most of you guys are in Valtopia. And if you like to know more about me and get to know me better, if you're wanting to work with me and you kind of want to see more of my personal side, or, then come join me in Valtopia. But for those of you that are really going to work with me, you're going to decide today, because this is the nature of the work that I'm doing. I work with fast action, decision-making, bold, visionary, creative innovators. And the time is now. And this work that I do works. I'm just shocked right now at how exciting and rapid things shift when you come into a place of integrity and decide, this is an investment I want for myself. I want the foundation of my business to be built on my true desires, not what everybody else thought for me. And even though I'm a powerful badass and I teach other people how to do this, there are parts and pieces of me that are still not in integrity, and that is why I'm not making my next leap in income. Val knows how to bring me into integrity and have me understand that pattern and change it for the rest of my days. For $5,000 in 3 weeks, I'm in. Where's the application? Okay? Robin says, with love, kindness, gratitude, and it will be reflected to you. Yes. Thank you, Robin. Ooh, I keep getting this card. Desert Vision Quest. Desert Vision Quest. So I think this is about that inner focus and knowing what's in there for you. I've been doing a lot of quiet meditation and knowing that to come into my next level of integrity, I've got to get quiet and study with myself. All right, so the last card I'm going to pull here And if anybody's live that's never seen me before and has questions or is curious about working with me, well, reach out. I love the applications that come through. I really do. All right, last one here. Ooh. Oh, there was another card down here. Get clear. This is the first thing that happens in the work that we do together is getting clear. And what happens when you get clear and you do release attachment to those places where you didn't know you were still holding on is that you get flooded with inspiration, and you're also, hey Jasmine, you're also able to connect with more of your soul people. Because if you're all plugged up with unseen energetic attachments and ideas and beliefs that you haven't taken a time to look at, you won't notice that you're missing out on your next client or your next great idea, right? Robin says, inner focus, silent reflection, time for self through meditation. Yes. So why are you important? That's today's question. Why am I important? Oh, and here's the other question. This one's really important. Why do I deserve what I want? Why do I deserve what I want? For those of you that come to work with me, you have a big vision and a big mission and a passion. Now, everybody's big mission doesn't have to look the same, right? My big vision is one thing and yours is another. So don't put on me saying that you have a big vision, anybody else's big vision and mission and purpose. When you become clear, your attachment to pleasing others, your need to be approved or told by others what to do, all that falls away in the clarity, and you begin to really be infused with your own inspiration. And this is when you begin to make money-making decisions that open up your business, that bring in new clients, and that really allow you to take a look at yourself in a way that's going to change your whole perspective. Robin, I would love to pull a card for you to thank you for posting all those for me. Would you like one? Thank you for joining me today, everybody. It feels good to be back on. I haven't been on in a few days. My cycle's every 2 weeks. Anybody else flipping with the cosmos? Let me make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Thank you for sharing, Diane and Rob. Okay, Robin, I love this. This is actually exactly why you get to feel important, right? Why do I like what I do, and how do I feel when I choose to serve? Those of you that watch me do want to serve. You care deeply. You have a huge heart. You're highly empathic. You love Mother Earth, and you love yourself, and you love your community, and everything that you want to do. Valtopians want to love and heal, right? And so when we don't think we're important, even though that's what we want to do you see the confusion there? Like, here you are, all you want to do is love. Well, of course you're fucking important. You're bringing through love. So love yourself too, right? So you've got to view yourself through the divine vessel and choice of being that you are, and realize that if you're thinking anything else, that's the fog. That's not divine love coming through. And you get to detach from the matrix, from that program, from that story that says you aren't divine, that says you aren't love, that says you're anything but amazing and miraculous and here to be who you are. Bring it, right? All right. So, I know that, where did it say? Diane, I know you shared. Would you like a card too? All right, is anybody else still here? Ooh, I'll take it. Why am I wealthy? Why am I wealthy, honey? My pleasure, Robin. So, I would like to book in 3 glow-ups. They're $5K a piece. They're 3 weeks. It's a huge shift into integrity and wholeness of your being. It's a beginning. It's the beginning of our start to work together. You could go on and work with others, or you could keep working with me. But the work that you do with me in these 3 weeks is profound. It's profound. My gift is to really get in there and pull up stuff. And part of the thing too is that in order to go into those depths, you have to feel safe. And you have to know that if your PTSD starts kicking off, it's going to be okay. And that's what I do. If your heart rate's freaked out, and your guts start wigging, and you feel that, oh, I'm right there with you. That's my gift as a healer, is to empathically feel and shift your vibration with you. So you feel the expanse of your highest vibration, and then you get to feel how to regulate, modulate back into a neutral, comfortable state of being. And all these different things we do together help you feel your own integrity and make the kind of decisions that help you shift your life and business. And we get into it rapidly. So if you want to hear more about the glow up, I talk about it a lot on my streams. And I talked about it on this stream if you're just joining and you want to join now. I want us to get started and be rolling into July like we are not in the same loop we were. If you're stuck in an income plateau, or you really want to open up your gifts, you want to open up your intuition, you want to be able to really work more rapidly, you want your decisions to be based more in your creative heart space and tied into your meaningful passion and purpose, this is all the work that I do with you in a rapid and powerful way. So sign up on Valtopia.com, fill out the application, or if you have questions, DM me. And own your frequency. You are the miracle. You are the miracle. There's nobody like you. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.